Alright, we got a quick little early predictions coming up for the UFC 323 that is this coming weekend at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, United States. Merab Dvalishvili versus Petr Yan 2. Now, let's get into it. I'm only going to be doing the main card. I'm not doing the prelims and the early prelims. I may do that later on. So first off, starting the main event or the main card is Bogdan Guskov versus Merab Dvalishvili. So that'll be a good fight in the light heavyweight division. Bogdan's been looking good lately. Yan hasn't fought in a while from memory. Look, Yan's going to always be the favourite. Yan is a fucking beast, former champion. He's got the reach advantage. He's got the height advantage. No, he doesn't have the height advantage. He just has a reach advantage. Look, I don't have much technical breakdown on this. I just think Yan is just a tough motherfucker, hard to break. He's like the ultimate test to get to that title picture at the light heavyweight division. Done really well against Alex. Done really well against a lot of high level light heavyweights in that division. So I'm gonna go with Merab Dvalishvili, medium confidence. Now this one is actually really interesting, and it's a very rogue matchup. Peyton Talbot versus Henry Cejudo. That is so rogue. Like, it come out of nowhere. I don't even know if Henry Cejudo's ranked anymore. He'd have to be pretty low in the rankings. But Peyton Talbot, look, we have seen some flaws in his wrestling. His last match was against Felipe Lima, I think. He was doing pretty good at keeping it on the feet. I believe he got out-grappled a few times there, but he did really, really well. But Henry Cejudo's a different level, man. He's a fucking former champion, former 2-division champion, former Olympic champion. Peyton Talbot is a heavy favourite as well, which is actually fucking crazy. I'm going to go with Henry Cejudo. I'm not going to say submission or anything. I think he's going to use the wrestling really well. I think he'll get a takedown first round, something like that. Secure the round. Give Peyton Talbot something to think about, which will give him, make him wary to let his hands go as much as he should be. I could see Henry Cejudo getting a win like that, just being more active in the ring for the 3 rounds. Maybe like a 2-1 win. Not much technical breakdown there. I just think Henry Cejudo is a very high level fighter. He's definitely on the come down for sure after his retirement. I don't think he hasn't won since he's been back, but look, I think he'll do well against Peyton Talbot. The only way I see Peyton Talbot winning is fucking starching him, or if his takedown defense is really just that much better and he's able to just keep pinging him and walking around on the back foot, getting angles, making it away from the takedown attempts and keeping it on the feet standing. That's how Peyton could do it. I'm pretty confident Henry Cejudo gets the win here though. I think that's a really underrated pick, considering that he's a fucking heavy underdog for some reason, which is crazy. Peyton Talbot hasn't really versed anyone crazy high level yet, enough to where we can confidently say he's going to beat Cejudo, in my opinion. Now we got Tatsuro Taira versus Brandon Moreno. Fuck with the Japanese fighters, man. They're so fun. Brandon Moreno has had some losses in his career, man, but only to really, really high level guys. Tatsuro Taira has been looking really, really good lately. I think he'll do well, man. I think he'll do really, really well. I think Brandon Moreno's sort of on the come down. He's had his title shots. He's had all those. He's had his title. And he's not looking as sharp as he once was. So I'm going to go with Tatsuro Taira. He is it's a sort of a pick-em, it looks like. They're pretty similar in stats of reach, height, everything like that. But I just think Tatsuro Taira, I believe he's the younger guy coming in. I think he has more to fight for, as Moreno's probably nearing the end of his contract, you'd imagine. Now, Joshua Van versus Alex Pantoja. This could age like fucking milk. But JDM, after seeing JDM, Zhang Wei Li, Dricus du Plessis get held down for 5 rounds, each one of them getting fucking held down, and everyone's saying, no, this is goated, bro. This is good fights, man. I can't see Josh Van doing much to stop him, man. Josh Van's been training for 6 to 8 years. I think that's not enough time to really have the grappling to defend Pantoja. Pantoja's a fucking beast, man. I think Pantoja gets him down I think Josh Van will have some success on the feet. Pantoja will take him to the ground, and he'll take his back and submit him. Rear naked choke. Let's say third round, rear naked choke. Off a back take. Off maybe a sloppy striking exchange. Shoots under, gets him down, takes the back. I can definitely see that happening. Pantoja's a beast. I actually really like Pantoja, so I'm not chatting shit about Pantoja. Just Joshua Van, I don't know, does he have that experience to really deal with the grappling of Pantoja yet? No, I don't think so. Petr Yan versus Merab, though. Fuck. You just can't see Merab losing, man. He's so fucking good. Petr Yan did have an injury in the last matchup. He didn't let his hands go as much as he should have. But that is also a case of Merab shooting fucking 400 takedowns at him and having, like, it's a bit hard to let your hands go when you're fucking defending a takedown every 3 seconds. I think Merab gets the win, man. I don't know if I see a finish. I think I see a submission, to be honest. Petr Yan is pretty hard to finish. I can't lie. He's very hard to finish. So I think Merab, though, getting the confidence, being the champ, knowing he's already beat this dude, I could see him getting a little like how he did O'Malley, like a little front headlock off the ground off one of his takedowns and getting a submission off it. Now, that being said, Merab is looking a lot more confident on the feet. So could that play into being in the pocket with Petr Yan and getting clipped and fucking starched? Possibly. Petr Yan's a bit of a decision machine, though, bro. A little bit. He doesn't really get those finishes like people be saying, but I think that Merab is going to get it done, decision or submission. He definitely doesn't KO Petr Yan. I could see Merab get knocked down, maybe, something like that, and finishing later rounds, if not decision. But anyway, that's just a little quick one on my opinions on this fight card coming up. Posted a video yesterday about Volkanovski versus Lopez and the other fights that got made. So if you want to check that out, that'd be good. Trying to get the hang of this YouTube thing again, make the videos more entertaining. So if you enjoyed this video, please like. It really goes a long way. So thank you.